Hello, 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 everybody. Margot and Tamisha. This is a very special
Hello.
day for me and for the artists. We're so lucky to have both of you. If you don't know these two, you're going to fall in love with them because they are wonderful human beings and very accomplished with a lot of great information to tell you. So buckle up. Type in where you are in the chat and be sure that at the bottom of the chat, in the blue little boxy thing, it says everyone, not hosts and panelists. Okay. That way we can all see. Hello, Wendy from Tampa and Sarah from UK. Upstate New Oh, going
Here it
fast.
comes.
Portland, here it comes, right? Here comes. Let me introduce our wonderful guests to you. First of all, to Misha, who is also a dear friend in addition to everything else. She leads, oh, do I did it right? Yeah. She leads Redrawing Black History. She's written the Redrawing Black History, which is such a hugely popular class. Type in if you've taken it alongside of Lilla Rogers. She is a Make Art That Sells student from way back. Yes. And a
Yeah.
thriving artist with she's illustrated six picture books in like what, 3, 4 years?
Yeah.
Not
Well, yeah,
many.
4.5 years. Yeah.
Unbelievable. She's got three more coming out next year, one of which she is authoring and illustrating. She's also a passionate and inspiring educator, teaching at institutions such as the New York Historical Society and the Harlem School for the Arts. She also writes and illustrates Spilling the Tea with Tea for Uppercase Magazine. Such a fabulous place. Hey, British Jenny's in the house. Originally from Texas, Tamisha received her bachelor's degree in psychology and visual arts from Rice University before moving to New York City for her master's degree in computer art from the School of Visual Arts. Great school. She's currently a member of Black Creators in Kidlit, the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators, and the Children's Book Illustrators Group. Her clients include all the best names companies: Penguin Random House, Fair Strauss Giroux, Candlewick Press, Little Brown Books for Young Readers, Spotify, Uppercase Magazine, Viking, Highlights Magazine, and Anorak Magazine. I mean, really, you could not ask for a better resume bio. When she isn't illustrating, you can find her enthusiastically and joyfully swing dancing with her husband or snuggled up with her pets, reading a book and drinking tea. She adores vintage clothing, gardening, and singing sweet standards. So when you come up visit me, we're going to sing.
Oh, I would love to
Oh,
sing.
we'll sing.
I would
Oh,
do it.
yeah. Yeah,
I'm
we'll sing. Okay, find out more about Tamisha on her Instagram, Twitter, and website. Yay, give a round of applause for our gal
Oh,
Tamish the Peach.
thank you,
Okay,
Layla.
you're welcome, honey.
Yes.
Um, and I just want to say, Tamisha and I have had incredible conversations about so many really good things, which we might touch on later. But
Everything.
everything.
Yes.
Okay, Margot. I have known Margot for over a dozen years. Must be more than that.
Yep,
Yeah, it's got to be more than that. It's
it
like
is.
Surtex. Um, so initially I enjoyed seeing her professionally, and organically we chatted about teaching a course together because I pick people that I love and feel have great expertise and some camera charisma. Okay,
Yep.
can we be honest? Okay. Margot felt that artists needed to learn how to make decor pitches that wowed because that is her background, home decor. There was a real void in the market, she explained. Art directors at home decor companies would love to get gorgeous pitches that spoke the language that they understood and would then be more likely to license or commission art from them. So together we created creating collections for home decor and have been teaching it since 2015. It's such a good course. And Margot says, I've taken on several artists from the course, and my artists and many others have gotten licenses with home decor companies as a result. So let me just say, now you all probably know, many of you know, Oh, Jen took the course and loved it. Thank you. Oh, Jenny Eden. It was the first maths course she did. Now, Margot has, do you all know about her amazing agency, her art agency called Tanto Studio? And not only has she taken on some make art that sells students for representation, but she's always looking for more. Hint, hint. She has been so busy commissioning home decor products of all kinds, gift products, all kinds of book illustrations, very cool projects, as unique as the artist she represents. And she can't even reveal one of them yet because it's not out, but she told us before we went live, and let's just say it's cool.
Cool.
It's cool. Margot has a passion for helping other artists and creatives grow their careers by focusing on what they do best. That's a good mentor. She's had her own magical retail, wholesale, and manufacturing business, which is great because she's somebody who gets both sides, the hiring and assigning to the kind of person who would go to agents and look for art and artists. And then you have the kind of, then now she's an agent who can speak that language of the manufacturers and has also held creative leadership roles at companies like Creative Co-op, very cool, Madison Park Group, Midwest CBK, Studio M, and Hallmark, and among others. When I first met you, you were at Hallmark.
Mhm.
So how long ago was that?
I think it was even when I was at Midwest. So probably since 2003 or
Amazing.
four. Yeah.
Wow. In
Art
addition to
director for a
teaching,
long time.
creating collections for home decor, Margot consults and has a popular podcast called Windowsill Chats, probably so many of you know, which has a 4.99 star rating and over 100 podcasts so far. So, yay.
I'm
Now,
about to 300.
oh my God,
What?
unbelievable. So, the first thing we're going to do is so you know this is our giant sale. And let me just say about the sale, this is the time when our courses are the lowest prices of the year. So you're going to sign up for stuff next year. You're going to get FOMO. You might as well do it now while it's up to 50% off. Just saying. So that's what I want to say. And be sure you have downloaded these on the Make Art That Sells site, which is really going to help you guide. And my favorite bundle is the My Year Live because it's a year of getting all this, my four live courses. Yeah, Portfolio Club, baby. You got it. If you just take one thing, take Portfolio Club because it's 8 portfolio assignments in a range of assignments. And one thing can I brag about my teaching style? Like, I was an illustrator forever. I'm an artist and I was an agent forever. So I happen to have the kind of brain that understands how, and I taught middle school kids for 3 years when I got out of school. Thank you, Gabriella. So I have to make it fun for you. I have to make it engaging for your great little brains that need, focus and excitement and energy, but get a good result. So you make portfolio pieces that people will buy or license or use, and it's really going to be fun. It's really playful, but it's got serious stuff. So that's what I'm going to tell you. And then this playbook planner is really just like a cool workbook full of
It's so pretty.
what's that?
This is so pretty.
Isn't that
Mhm.
pretty? I did
Yeah,
that.
I love that. Oh, look at the
Delicious.
butterflies.
Mm.
Yeah, I love to I like art. I just like art.
You
And
make everything pretty, Lilla.
I like art. And then on page 19 and 20, you get a free lettering assignment different from what
Ooh.
was in class. And look at the images.
Nice.
So
So good.
pretty,
Oh,
right? Oh, Becky put the link in.
yeah.
So here's what I want you all to type in. And um, Margot and Tamisha, feel free to if you see somebody writing something in the chat and you want to call it out, feel free. So
Okay.
here's what I want you to do. We have Thanksgiving in the US coming up, and it's a time, hopefully, to focus on what we're grateful for. So what I want you to type in the chat or on a piece of paper, is what about your talent that you're thankful for? What is it that you love about your talent? Is it, or if that's too braggy, what you, and you're British, it could be what you like about your art or art in general. Like, yeah, Jen says my use of color, or it feel happy, diverse makes me peace. I
Mm.
love art supplies.
Endless ideas.
Oh, it's love
Dress
it's
paper.
fluid
What
and
a good
diverse.
question.
Yeah, my uniqueness, creativity, love experimenting. Jan, I love that too. To me, every piece I do is an experiment.
Layered and texture image making.
Mm,
I love that too.
I find it relaxing and fun. I do too. Happy accidents. Hi, Eddie. Eddie E was in my inner circle, which was great. Dave. Hey, Dave, I like making other people feel things. Love the
Mm.
opportunity to play. It's so great. What do you like about to me? What are you thankful about with art and your talent and your work and stuff?
I would have to say colors, and I saw a lot of other people say that too. I like playing around with colors. The more
Mhm.
that I've worked with children's books, like limiting my palette and making
Mm,
it like rich and juicy and bright and like turning it over in a page flip and making it more gloomy. And it's just so fun playing with colors. And I do that with my wardrobe and my home styling. So I'm just like, it's so nice to add it to my work. And also, I guess patterns. I love
yeah,
patterns also like around the houseware. So I've just been adding more patterns to my work.
love that.
Yeah.
Well, also, and you have a really cool eccentricity and vintage style that you bring, your
Very vintage.
style you bring to your work.
Yeah.
And can I say it must be super, super awesome when your agent says, "Hey, Tamisha, I have a book for you. I have a
Well, yeah.
project."
Well, yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful moment. I think I always cry when I get a book deal because I'm like, it never gets old for me to
No,
get a book deal and you've read the manuscript and you really connect to it and like sometimes when you read it, you immediately have all these ideas and to get it is it's magical. I mean,
it,
that's why I do this. So I
oh,
love
I
it.
love that.
Yeah.
It is great. Whenever I got a gig, I felt like I won the lottery. Oh,
Yes.
they want me to draw this or paint this, and they're paying me, and they're a cool art director. Yeah.
Yes.
So, Margot, what do you like about assigning, contacting an artist and saying, I got this really cool project for you?
It's the best feeling. I mean, I really feel like everybody brings their own talent to the table. And when you're recognized for that, in whatever way that shows up, somebody wants to see it. Certainly when somebody wants to work with you, it's very rewarding. It's very exciting. It's kind of a full circle moment.
Mm.
It's like that, they really like me kind of thing. And I just
Oh,
so
yeah.
believe that everybody has beautiful talent that they can get out there that it just
Mhm.
kind of emphasizes that and it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and it's like as an agent, so I was an agent for 30 years, and as an agent, you're like fishing. You're putting out all these, like lines. I don't know if this analogy is going to work, bait and stuff. And then you reel in a big one because you really want the artists to like get a cool project because you love their art
Yeah.
and you love the project, a project that's so right for them. And then you're going to get like, oh, cool. Like if you sign this, I can't wait to get the box set of this by Katie Vernon, or I guess this is a good segue, or maybe they're going to do a cool, these are all projects that my agency did. Um, Mike Lowry, an illustrated graphic novel.
So great.
Which is going, yeah. He's done so many. Or maybe you're writing and illustrating your own how-to instruction book. Zoe, this is Zoe Ingram. So gorgeous. Yeah, it would be a dream, Jen. And we're going to tell you how to make it happen. Sarah Walsh for Blue Q. Yes, I have a lot of blue Q bags. Kendra Binney, look at this beautiful journal. I'm also showing you different styles. This is by Osa Galand. Move my coffee.
Mm,
Isn't that gorgeous?
yeah.
And it like pops up and stuff. So imagine as an agent, and I want to give you some of the agent perspective today, how exciting they are to get a job for their artist that is going to be gorgeous. So that's what's exciting.
Rewarding.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about what an agent looks for, what you need, but I will give you the short answer. Great art. The better your art is, the easier your career just
Yeah.
slides beautifully into an agent like
I
Margot.
mean, look at what you just showed.
But the work is beautiful. How do you get beautiful work? You take my classes because I know what I'm talking about, and I have great co-teachers like these two fabulous people. And that's how you get better. That's the short answer.
Mhm.
Okay, can I show? And then I have a bunch of questions for these two and some questions that were left on the, what do you call? Would you like to see on Instagram? Would you like to see everybody what artists sent to me to get
Ooh.
representation? And then I took them on
Oh,
from
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
right?
Yes.
These happen to be amazing, and it's not always typical, but I already loved the artist's work from class. And then when I saw this, I'm like, they really want to be represented by me. And so I see the motivation, and I already love their work. So this is this is Ruth Burrows.
Oh my
She
God.
made, look at this with
I
little like
love Ruth.
bolt things. She made this book. Look at this. Printed
Wow.
it out.
What?
I love Ruth's work.
Do you rep her?
I don't. She's got a book agent.
Oh, she already has somebody. Yeah,
Oh,
so
it's
great.
so gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So
So
gorgeous.
that's what she
That's a
sent
big
me.
yes.
That's a big yes. And then she sent this, and it was filled with some of this, and then a nice letter inside.
Oh,
The letter can
so
be short and
cool.
sweet. She gave me stickers
Mm.
and fun stuff.
Is that like a blurb book, probably, that she or something like
No,
that?
you know what? It's all these are handmade.
Wow.
So it's just,
Really?
yeah, this is cardboard. She wrapped her art around it.
Oh my
She
gosh.
put her picture.
That's
And then
so
these are
great.
thick pages. She just printed out on thick stuff.
Yeah.
Actually not, yeah, she glued down some of these on top and then put it all together with the grommets. So that's
Mm.
that. Yeah. So that's one way. Now, again, you don't have to do that. You can send an email with a link to your website too, and that works, but this really works. All
Yes, it
right. Ready for the next? That's nothing. You ready for this one?
Yes.
Faye,
yes.
you rep.
Oh,
She is one of my artists now.
So she wrote me this really sweet thing. Hello, Lilla, I'm Faye, blah, blah, blah. And then look, it opens up.
Mm,
oh, that's
amazing.
really, oh, the back.
And look at that.
Wow.
So
Oh
she
God, they're
has,
so cute.
yeah, she has children's book characters. She has florals for home decor. She has maps and nature things. She has that, which is great for whatever. Becky, will you make me the big picture? What's that called? Pin me?
Speaker. Yeah.
Because look at this, what she sent. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. Look at this.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God.
Wow.
Oops.
Good God, that's incredible.
That
It's
is,
incredible. The
That
work
should
is
just be
amazing.
published as an art book.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's more, but wait, there's more. Then she did a whole picture book one. So that was more decorative. food, faces, fabrics, flowers. And then she has this to show she can get picture
Oh,
books. I
oh
know.
my
Wow.
goodness.
How amazing. Isn't
I
that
haven't
beautiful?
seen some of that artwork. It's really great.
Oh.
Okay, next, my last one, Lydia Graves.
Mm.
Oh my God.
What?
That
Oh
is a
my
labor of love. Holy
God.
cow.
And it's like, again, if people will send me things like this, if the work isn't there, it's not gonna make the difference. But if I love the work, but Margot, you probably love like dozens of artists that you're really serious about, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely, I do.
Hundreds, like there's so many. But this, if it's somebody you love and then they send you this, it's really, and she wrote a note,
Wow.
which I'll keep over there. But look, all these gorgeous pieces.
So
So
great.
I don't know if she made this or it was a journal. It's like cardstock. And then
Hmm.
she glued her pictures on. Look at that.
That's stunning.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
really great. I know.
So good.
So many pieces. So,
And
right,
you have beautiful art on your walls from some of your artists too.
I do.
Be, I know you have in the past
Oh,
had beautiful pieces from your artists.
and
Oh,
this thing is all a
Mhm.
bunch of like magnets that have my artist's art on that we got, but you can't really see. Okay, if you want to unpin me, Becky. So we are, and I want to tell you this too. I'm going to ask these folks questions. You can ask questions, put them in the Q&A, and then we're going to pop up one or two people, and you can ask what courses you should take or what about your career, ask these pros, and then maybe there'll be a little surprise involved with the pop-up. So my questions are, okay. So to me, how do you like having an agent? Why did you get an agent? And how did you get an agent? And you can just take the time.
Well, first, it's great having an agent because I've been able to be a full-time artist for almost 5 years. And I mean, I've always dreamed of that, and I never thought it would happen. I've hopped from full-time jobs to part-time jobs, which I've loved in the past, but there's something about making my own schedule and really immersing myself in art throughout the day that I feel so lucky to have, and having an agent allows me to do that. She gets me lots of work. She pushes me to keep creating new work and upping my portfolio. Agent, I mean, helps with all the business side. I'm not a
Yeah.
business-minded person, so all the contracts and um, just getting paid and all those things that you don't really want to bother with whenever you want to just focus on making your book wonderful and interesting and upping your level of art and playing with traditional media, whatever you want to do to like level yourself up as an artist. I don't have to focus about all those nitty-gritty things that I really don't want to at all. So there's so many pluses from having an agent. I tried to work as an artist for a while without having an agent, and I mean, I was not as successful.
Mhm.
I feel like my art didn't continue to grow. I would pick up maybe one project that was a standalone, and then I'd be like,
Mhm.
maybe it's gonna take off, and then nothing would happen after that. So I need, yeah, to have someone have your back and putting your name out there and wanting to encourage you and for you to do your best and create your best work, it's kind of like having a partner. It's a nice partnership, having an agent,
Wow.
you're
Yeah.
not so alone in the career. That's how I feel. So
Love that. Love that.
that was a
Yeah.
lot.
No, no, that's great. I'm sure
Thank you.
everybody's eating this up. And what advice, well, not all agents are equal, like every
Yeah.
other profession, and not all
Different
agents are every.
relationships,
Hmm.
different relationships you're gonna have with your agent, depending on your agent and the artist.
Yeah, so big question. What did you submit to your agent to get representation? Do you remember?
See, this is the I'm the so I've had two agents in my time. The first time I haven't submitted before. So the first time I did the New York stationery show at the Javits Center, and I
Oh,
was found through an agent there that visited. I had all
mm,
my card work. I did greeting cards a lot and prints and teas and stuff, and I had characters on my greeting cards, and they saw my characters and felt like I could go somewhere with that. But then
mm,
again, from that, it wasn't the right match.
mhm,
Although she loved my work, my vision for my artistry was not the same as her vision. So that's really important when signing on to an agent. My current agent, who I got, she found me on Twitter. So that's why, like, I didn't like submit, but I was always actively on socials, posting on
okay.
Instagram and Twitter. I was always updating my website to have the freshest information. I was entering contests. I was just like, here's my work. Let me scatter it everywhere and anywhere. Like I did markets and I made sure I talked to anybody that came by and just
Mm,
like really tried to put my name out there so that, I would pop up a few times and they were like, oh yeah, Tamisha, I remember her. I remember her work so that I would could get that opportunity of someone popping up and saying like, hey, I'm interested in representing you.
mm.
So that
When
was
you
part
said
of
you
it.
did markets, what were markets? What does
When
that
I
mean?
lived in New York, I did Renegade Market.
Oh,
I applied to those. I did like Brooklyn Flea. I'm trying to remember all the name of the different
I
market, but
didn't
I did a lot of
know this.
different, all the Christmas markets and stuff where I could sell my work. And, you never know who you meet there. You meet people in different businesses. They're like, oh, I like this. I have a friend who does this. I'm
Mhm.
going to share this with this person or just anything that I could get my work out to the public eye. Yeah.
And then you were living in New York when you got your agent, right?
Yes, I was still in New
Still in
York.
New York,
Yeah.
right, right. But you didn't even, yeah, she just sought you out. That's so cool. Um, how did you know you were ready to work with an agent? Kind of a
And
weird
I
question.
always felt like I was ready to work for an agent. I wasn't. That's the problem.
That's
And I
great.
think like part of the reason it didn't work out with my first agent is because I wasn't ready and I
Okay.
didn't know, like I wanted to be ready and I just wanted to do it. I was like, I can make books, but I wasn't ready. Honestly, what got me ready was taking your illustrating children's book class. And this is like not even me trying to plug it. This is when I actually like started understanding what I needed to be in my portfolio, how
Mhm.
to create characters better, how to make my characters more interesting by the way they dress and their expressions. I I
Oh,
learned everything from you, Lilla, and that's when I got my agent and I actually started getting book jobs. So, and that's what my agent got me off of the work I created for illustrating children's books 5 years
so
ago, I think. I took
fun.
that class and then a few months later my agent found me through those pieces. So my favorite class, it taught me deadlines, taught me how to work a little faster.
Oh,
Seeing everybody else's work was
mm.
really inspirational because I was kind of stuck. I was thinking very small and seeing everybody else's work and how they explored things and reinterpreted the stories that you gave us was just
Yeah.
mind blowing. I was like, I could go anywhere with this. I'm really
Mhm.
holding myself back. So it really opened up my creativity. So
I
yeah,
love that.
that course is the magical course to
It
me.
is.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. And we've been Zoe, our director Zoe and I have been teaching it, I think like what, 10 years, Becky, or something like that. I mean, I think 8 years, but 10 times, whatever, a lot. And we really have it perfected. It's so good for you. It's the real deal. So thank you. And I didn't pay her to say that. I
No,
didn't.
it's just true. It just that's
It's
how it all
it
happened.
is.
So
And with so many artists, it's what happens. They take it. Some people
yeah.
take it two, three, four times. Okay. So I think that's good. So now I want to turn to Margot, but don't forget, people, you can put questions in the Q&A. So Margot, Agent Margot, what do you look for in a portfolio? And are
You
you
know,
looking for work now?
I was an art director first, and I still look for the same things as someone who is looking for work that can be used in many different ways on products and books, etc. I
Mm-hmm.
look for somebody that has an established style, um, and somebody who has a bit of breadth, like they have an understanding of what they want to do. You can sort of see that by what they're trying. Like I said, that you can their pieces show who they are. They tell a bit of a story. I also really love when your work, I like to say all the time, people buy what they see.
Right.
So one of the ways that Lilla and my conversation started about and what the course we teach evolved from is you saw those great books that Lilla showed, these beautiful, beautiful, rich, illustrated,
Mm-hmm.
delicious books that artists have sent to her. So that is two-dimensional, a little more when it has so much love put in it. But
Mm-hmm.
products are three-dimensional. And my past is in product development. So I've designed thousands and thousands and thousands of products
Like what? Like,
like like a mug, like a cup, like Christmas ornaments, like
oh,
wallpaper, like all, uh,
things for the home,
things
everything you
for the
see in
home,
the home.
gifts and things for the home. So many like simple, like a little simple thing like this down to, Christmas for years. So
Mm-hmm.
what makes if you can start to think about your work, pattern work, illustration, line work, whatever it is, in dimensionality, like this is just a pattern, but it's around this cup, right? This
Mm-hmm.
is illustrated. This is a funky fun mug, but
Mm-hmm.
it's look at their nose pops out. I had to buy this,
Right.
obviously, right? So, but
But
if how do you think that way? So I
but
would
you're
love
you're
to see
not
that in
saying.
a portfolio.
But what you don't need people to make physical things. You just want to see it on flat paper of the
Yeah.
drawings of the things. I just want to
What's
make
your
that clear
idea of it? Yes, it
before
doesn't, you
people
don't,
freak out.
you
Right.
absolutely don't need to do this. Do not need to do this.
To
Because
make
we
it.
all have ideas of if we had a mug, our favorite mug, what would it look like? You could
Mm,
draw that, right?
right.
So a portfolio has it shows that that person's thinking beyond the
Mm,
page a little bit, into the products that they'd like to do.
okay.
Same says for if you want to be a children's book illustrator, do your characters have personality? Like
Mm,
Tamisha was saying, do they kind of pull you along? You even said earlier, Tamisha, how it's bright on one page and you pull it and it might be gloomy on the next. So you're taking me along, you're telling me the story of the work you want to do.
mm-hmm. So true.
Exactly.
So the typical things, there are two kinds of agents. There's just picture book agents or literary agents. And there are agents like Margot, like I was. We do picture books and a multitude of other things. There's not one better or worse. It depends what you want. But so the kinds of things that Margot might be looking for or agents might be looking for are some home decor things, picture book things, picture book art,
Variety.
maybe abstract paintings that could be used on wall art or on decorative motifs, maybe, um, and then there are things you can't even imagine. Like I showed you tote bags. We did art on toothbrushes for Blue Q. We have where's that hanging lantern? Big paper lanterns we've done art on. So you don't even have to know what it's going to be for, but you understand that this is the kind of thing that someone might buy, and that's what you learn in the classes. So, Margot, looking at my painting, for example, what could that be put on?
Oh my gosh. I love this painting. When it came across my Instagram, I gasped and then I realized it was Lilla's and I was like, oh, good. So do you see in that painting behind Lilla, their shapes, they're obvious. To me, it looks like vases, but they're almost in a landscape and
Mm-hmm.
there's text as well. So I could pull out one of those and make it into a vase, make it something cool that was a cool vase. I could use that print. It could be a mural. I could pull out some of that on a pillow
Oh,
or
oh,
something like that. I love the words. Those could be pulled out in a different way. I could wrap that as a decal on something. It could be wall out. Think of if that was a rug. I love a rug to be kind of non-directional, so
Ooh.
I might change the way the pieces went on that, but I think it would be beautiful that way.
Mhm.
We had some of my artists and I had a little brainstorm this morning because we're working on a project and it's just taking a flat piece of art with a couple of things in it and kind of pulling it apart and putting it back together in all sorts of possibilities.
So you do that with your artists. You have them work on pieces.
It's really
It's
cool.
Yeah.
dreamy. That's
I
dreamy.
love a collection. I love seeing that
Okay.
maybe you've designed a pattern and you have this hero pattern and it's wonderful. Maybe it's mushrooms and squirrels. But then maybe there's some little white flowers in the background. Those white flowers can turn into a stripe. The mushrooms can turn into a toss on their own. Like if if the more you have that can create a collection of things, that
Mhm.
art agent, that client, that book publisher, they can start to see the story that your work is telling instead of just a one and only piece.
Yeah.
And she's talking about not picture books, but this is for things you buy, like I showed, and she's talking about so home decor, gift items, journal covers, and all the things she said. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's see. What are some of the reasons you might pass on an artist? The opposite of everything you just said.
Yep. I I need you to be unique. I need you to have practiced and done the
Okay.
work and take the courses and spend the time messing around in your journal so that your style comes out.
Okay.
There's a couple of people in this chat right now who really have their own style, who I really respect them for.
Mm,
And it's easy sometimes. I'm guilty of this. I had a painting teacher that I loved, but I stopped taking from her when I felt like my art was looking like her art. I needed to dig in and do it my way. And one of the things that I love about how Lilla teaches is she in our course particularly, you don't necessarily know why you're doing it, but you start out each week, there's 5 weeks with like there might be an element like one week it might be draw these birds and flowers or do some mark making and then it slowly with more direction turns into more of a thing. So I need your work to look like yours. I even if you've taken a course that's a really great course and it teaches you how to do something a certain way, take what you've learned and put your color on it, put
mhm.
your spin on it, you know?
Right. And
Mhm.
one of the big things in all my courses is it's very important to me to elevate taste level. From the beginning, that's what I've always done. And so I show you some really gorgeous things so you don't dumb down your work. So you don't genericify your work. You be your own weird, cool self. You're an artist, you're a creative person, you're an original. And I want that to be shown in your work, and I want to give you the confidence. Um, Becky is so creating collections for home decor. That is, oops, I dropped my bracelet. It's it's is it available as a downloadable class, I think? I'm looking up in the book. You'd think I know this.
Yeah, so it's self-paced, so it's all instant access and you can download everything there.
Oh, fantastic. So that's in my year of art school all, which is all our courses or most of them. Or you can get it standalone. So what you might want to do is take the My Year Live. That's the 4 live classes, which is Portfolio Club, the 8 different assignments, one a month. My kid book pitch, which is my writing class for writing picture books, which is great. The famous illustrating children's books in April and boot camp lettering in June. So you can take those, and in between, when there's spaces, you can be working on the creating collections for home decor with Margot and me. And it has videos and worksheets and lots of visuals to inspire you. And when you show a lot of different styles, it's exactly what Margot was talking about. Everybody isn't coming out looking like the teacher. So that's important because I want you to be your own thing. Okay, Margot. Um, well, I think that's kind of That was juicy. That was awesome.
There's
That
a
was,
good question that tags on to that. Do you have to be able to do a multitude of different types of art to approach an art agent? For example, kids book, pattern designs, and illustrations. What do you think about that, Lilla?
I don't think you have to. I think the more markets you do, the better. And I think that, for example, like this artist who does picture books, because she can draw so many things, she could do florals for home decor. You know, if you can draw stuff. Um, I have artists that just were doing florals, home decor, decorative, pretty things, and artists who just were doing picture books. I had artists that were doing both. Something that happens too is here's what my advice, just get really freaking good at one of them at least. Just get really good at one. Don't dilute. Really dive in, get good. But for example, in my portfolio live course, 1 month it might be doing a certain kind of florals and ivy and weird, I don't know what, for a journal cover. And then the next month might be something for a picture book or for a magazine illustration. But it's about drawing. So, um, yeah, it's about drawing. And then with the courses, each course is about a specific market, except for Portfolio Club, which is 8 different ones. But, you know, uh,
They're so relevant, these courses for
yeah,
the world today. They're so relevant. I mean, watching what comes out of the different courses that Lilla teaches, and I've been watching for
yes.
many, many, many years.
Hmm.
You really learn skills that help you move forward in this creative universe. You really do.
Yeah, and it's like anything else. If you want to get good at anything, you take courses, classes, you have a tutor, a coach, a guide, a mentor. You have something that it just speeds up your growth that much more quickly. I also find doing personal pieces, um, there it's not the same if you don't have a deadline, if you don't have somebody who's going to see it when you're done. It's just so hard.
Exactly.
Don't do that to yourself, really. And I'm a very motivated person, but years ago when I just tried to do personal pieces for my portfolio, it was so hard. I wished way back in the old days there was mats. That's why I made it. What do you think, Tamisha? What do you think? You do both, right?
I
Or just
do.
picture
And
book?
oh, oh, I mostly do picture book. I'm
Hmm.
really focused on that. But I just wanted to jump in to say that, like, Lila, you're an excellent coach. And a guy, I went to undergrad, I went to grad school, and
Yeah.
you get a lot of professor there that are showing you how to do something, but they don't really know how to explain or break it down in different ways to like for different minds. I feel like you're so good at exploring different ways of teaching so that you can connect to many different minds, many different ways of thinking. And like
Yeah.
you help me really see things that I've never seen before as a mentor. Like I remember being undergrad, and I was painting, and I asked this professor, like, how do I get that? How do I get that little gleam on there or something like that? And he's like, oh, you just do it. But with you, you'll give me so many different examples. You'll give me images. You'll give me metaphors that help me like see it in my head. And now like in the past, I wish I had this earlier, but now I'm like, oh, I finally look out in the world and I see the world as an artist because I'm
Yeah.
more of a intuitive person. So I'm
Mhm.
not really present whenever, but like you help me see colors and see the
Thank you.
differences, if that makes any sense.
It totally makes sense. And you know
Yeah.
what I want to say too is it is true within the reviews, which I do for my kid book pitch, the writing
Mm.
course in February, illustrating children's books in April. I do reviews in those classes, and I will go in there and tell you specifically look at the shine on Tamisha's eye, the little white
Hmm.
circle, and how her eyes in the corner are darker. Or I will say, like, I'm very specific because I am
You
an
are.
artist and a teacher, and I will tell you exactly what you need to do in a very positive way because my favorite teachers were the ones that just said I was doing a great job and just keep going. And I understand how positive support is so helpful. That plus I do something called change one thing. Like your piece is beautiful. I'll
Mm,
put it up on the screen. It's beautiful. And I love this, 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 this. This is what's successful. But and if you just do this tiny tweak, and maybe it's not so tiny,
exactly.
but I say that so everybody feels okay. If you just change this one thing, yeah, positive reinforcement. Hey, Katie
Mm,
Stack. Okay, that's
yeah.
awesome. Let's answer some of these questions. And Margot and Tamisha, if you want to look at that chat and if there's something you want to answer, I'm going to start at the top. Brittany Harbin, while you folks are looking at the Q&A, what's your advice for an artist who is submitting work or taking courses and visibly improving but feeling overlooked or not good enough to be noticed by agents and get work? What would you say, Tamisha?
Um, this is the part when I felt like this before. Like I
Mhm.
felt like this before I found my agent and I started doing portfolio reviews. Like I joined groups or like courses where I could get my work seen by not only my teacher but also my peers. So I could get feedback on seeing something that maybe I wasn't connecting to. Why is my work a little invisible? That I've gotten so used to making it, improving it that I needed a little bit of spice to add to it that I
Okay.
couldn't see. That was my significance. So, in
Mm.
like for Matt's courses, you can post your work on Facebook and then you have people comment on it.
In
Like,
a
oh,
group,
I
a
have this
private group.
going. Yeah. Or like you post different versions. How do you feel about this color versus this color? And I always find it nice to have peers to like talk out things with
It's
about
so
my
true.
work.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's two things. You want to constantly keep improving your work, and I will say at 70 years old, my work is getting better,
Mm.
and now I'm doing much more art again because I'm not being an agent, so I have time. And it's still improving. You want to keep improving your work and then get it out, get it out, get it out, keep showing and showing, and we help you with all that and to whom to send it to and all that. But then it's a numbers game. You need to stay motivated to keep putting your work out there. And classes keep you motivated. You're not off on your own. That breaks my heart. I remember me in my 20s off on my own, and I went into New York to a publisher to show my work. And and it was like, of course I was really nervous, and it was like months till I got the appointment. I finally got in. I took the bus in from Pennsylvania, and then I showed it, and she said, "Well, it doesn't strike me." That was
Oh,
it.
wow.
And then I like left and sat down. I think it was like on, I don't know, somewhere Fifth Avenue or Madison or something. But anyway, and I didn't have anybody who could help me or talk to. So
Mm.
I totally get that. That's why I give you lots of structure. And I also want to say, thank you for pointing out the different mind types. So, as an ADHD person with a weird but whatever brain, I get how people need. I see ADHD as you're a passion-based learner. You have a lot of ideas, sometimes too many ideas, and so you need the structure and smallify the assignment. Get it small, stay small, and then we build. I don't say like, do a cover of a book. No, I'm
Yeah.
going to maybe draw some cars. Just draw like a
Mm.
vintage automobile, a very specific one thing maybe to draw, and then I build. Very structured, very piece by piece. Yes, people are chiming in. So a spicy, what is that called? Like a spicy brain or something? There's a like
Yes, spicy brains. I have a spicy,
neurospicy.
yeah,
Thank
neurospicy,
you, neurospicy.
neurodivergent. I'm
And
I'm spicy too. That's why I love the way you teach. Love it, love it, love it.
and never pathologize your mind. And by pathologize, that means to make it like it's an illness or a deficiency.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
strength. Your
Yeah.
wacky, weird brain is a gift. Don't let
And Lilla
anybody.
also just that. Because I always tried to suppress my wackiness or quirkiness. And you would always be like, Tamisha, why are you doing that? That's what you need to be
Mhm.
putting in your work. Just having that confidence to, because everyone's unique in some way to put their quirkiness in their work.
Love
Yep.
it. Okay. Um, so is there another question in there that you two
There's,
want to look
oh
at?
gosh, there's
Oh.
a lot. There's 30 plus questions. So there's a lot of
What?
questions about,
Oh shit, I didn't scroll.
yeah, there's a whole lot. There's a lot of questions about
Mm-hmm.
what an art director looks for, which we answered a little bit, but I think to be more specific, I'll speak to a couple of specific questions. Is what's too much, or is your personal work too much, or is a sketchbook too much? Here's the thing. Your personal work and what you're interested in is what makes you you. So, if you love, so I really do like, first of all, I did 25 portfolio reviews last week. So I do it all the time. You have to check out my membership to know about that. But um when it's just a brain dump of all your art on one page,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gone. If I have to scroll more than twice, your art directors and potential clients looking at your work have very limited time, and that's not a snotty thing. They're just really busy and they might not have seen your email, etc. So if you can give them a little organization and kind of guide them, lead the witness, remember that people buy what they see. So if you can categorize that a little bit, maybe you have children's book. I love somebody asked, do you like seeing a sketchbook? I do because your sketchbook is where you're free. You're not thinking, oh my gosh, this has got to be a collection. This has got to be a project. I've seen more than one portfolio where the sketchbook is a category. Now, if I'm not going to want to see that, I'm not going to click in. But if I do want to see what you're kind of thinking off the top of your head, that might be cool. Maybe you're into ceramics. That
Mm-hmm.
is a very creative artistic thing that could potentially be directly licensed. It doesn't mean you can't show it. It just needs to be organized and tell a very clear, cohesive story, if that makes sense.
Um, a clear, cohesive story, you mean like a collection?
Or just it's your art. It's not like this feels completely
Oh, I see. A
disjointed from
consistent
your art over here,
style,
style
not like
wise.
all different people did it. Yeah, and you want to have a number of really strong pieces in your consistent style. So, okay. So what I would like to do now is if you raise your hand, I would love to pop someone up. And if you want to ask us any questions or what courses you should take or what you're interested in, so raise your hand and we will pop someone up on the screen. Oh, that's nice. Oh, oh, excuse me. Okay, well, Lisa Deegan raised her hand really early on. So Becky, if you could pop her up and we'd love to
Okay, she's on her
chat.
way.
Okay, thank you.
She
Deep
made her.
breath. Oh, yeah, I yawn when I'm not breathing enough, right? Thank you, Brenda. Talking so.
Oh.
I'm getting there. Hang on. What's
Okay.
the start video?
Oh, here she is. Here she comes. Isn't this fun?
Hi. Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you
Hello.
finally.
I've been on before. Um, yeah, a couple of years ago. So thank you very much for popping me up.
Sure. Do you have a question for
Um,
us?
I've yeah, I've taken quite a lot of your courses and
Mhm.
lovely. Actually, I did say on the chat that I did a design on your course about 10 years ago. I probably done one of your first courses when you first started. And I did this design and I put it on a business card and gave it to an art director earlier on this year. And I've just found out he's taken it to put on a card. Um,
Oh,
and that's museums and galleries. Do you know museums and galleries?
no.
A UK publisher. So that's really exciting anyway. But I've yeah, I would really like an agent, so I will try and sort my portfolio out and send it to Margot.
So do we,
I do batik silk painting. So and
Lisa, should I pop your work up do you have a website or an
yeah,
Instagram?
my website, yeah, it's myname.com.
I was just looking it up here.
And I will share the screen.
So I think I updated it recently. So the first category probably says batik.
Okay, here we are.
Yeah, so batik silk painting. So that first one, batik silk paintings, that was on the in the Uppercase magazine. It was the cover for the Surface Pattern Design Guide this year.
Oh, that's great.
So,
So yeah, these were all done on silk, and I think they do print well on paper because I've made some of my own stationery products, but I think it would be nice to have an agent to get guidance on where my art can go, really, I guess.
Let's just look portfolio. Let's look at other lovely stuff. Sometimes that's
So I
just
suppose the question really, if there's a question, is I do the batik silk painting, and I feel like that's quite unique and that's quite me. But there's other stuff I like doing as well. So it's, how much do you hone your style to just make it batik silk painting, or
right. Well, so what you don't want to have just one look because if the person isn't in the mood for the batik painting or something, that limits you, right? So I think this piece is really beautiful. I think this is really strong. The colors are elegant. It got the nice sort of batiky edge. I feel like I'd love to see um, more in sophisticated colorations
yeah,
like this.
yeah,
You do have the bright colors.
yeah.
That you've got that covered. Now I would get into like I would take my color course.
Do you know
Color.
what? I have got it, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't get time to do it this year. So
Okay.
I've got it and I've downloaded it,
Good.
and
You have it.
I
Perfect.
do need thank you for
Mhm.
that, because I do need, my colours are quite loud. So
Well, and that's great. You want some of that, but you want a mix. And then I would make the piece bigger and with more complexity. Can you all see this little? I held it up earlier.
yeah,
You see, so this artist isn't just showing like this little piece, right?
yeah. I've
Uh,
got
but this artist, Kendra Binney, did a whole beautiful picture that's irresistible for a journal cover. So you've got these great little beginnings of things, and
oh,
I'd love to see them bigger.
hang
So you,
on. Sorry, I'm coming back.
okay,
I'm coming back.
okay. Margot, your thoughts?
I totally agree with you. I think, certainly having a range of styles,
Mhm.
especially if that's what you love to do, what you need to do is what you enjoy doing. But the batik is really lovely and beautiful. You have some other things on there as well, and I love that Lilla clued into that. One, it doesn't your girls were very sweet too. Your girls on the swing, there, those three there on the third row. It just
Mhm.
shows a breadth of style. One of the things about relationships with clients or an agent certainly too is they need to be able to get you different types of work. And if you're working with a client and you have a great working relationship, they want to come back to you year after year because you can grow and bend and do different things together.
Mhm.
So don't be afraid of more than one style in your portfolio.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Um, so here's the thing. So with these, are you thinking of getting picture books or what is it that you'd like to get with this?
Well, these were actually done on your like a vintage kid thing you did ages ago, like a competition.
Okay.
Ah.
So if you want picture books, I would take the picture book course so you show all that you need for picture books. And then you want to get into diversity of children so they're all not Northern European, for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the course will help you with all of that. I like where these are going, but again, if you do the creative collections for home decor
So
and
much
you
variety.
have a whole collection on one page or on a few pages, so it's expanded. I'd also love to see you mess with traditional media. I feel like these are digital mostly.
It's they this started off painted and then it's been photoshopped.
You bring it in. Okay. So, what course are you thinking of signing up for? Have you thought of any?
Maybe the home decor.
Okay. So, I would like to gift you the
Oh,
home deck course. Boom! Yay! I
Yay!
think that would be perfect for you because you have the color course, and so do the color course
yeah.
and then download the home decor course. And so what you're going to do is write to hello@makeartthatsells.com and say that you won the Creating Collections for Home Decor CCHD course. Okay. That's going to be really good for you. Have you taken it before?
No, I think I did one of your early maths courses that had that in it for 1 week, and we did some parrot
Just one thing. Okay.
plates and things.
Good. Yeah, I should have asked that first, but okay, great. So that's really going to help you make more like like these all these six on your top row could be in one collection.
Yep.
That right, Margot? And then even like one of these or something and then the cups, like you can just put more into one single piece. So let us look for
I think you'll find that it really adds to the breadth of what you're doing. It doesn't mean you're changing your style. It really adds to what you're doing. And each
Mhm.
week in Home Deck is a different substrate. So we lean into ceramics, glass, metal, wood, and fabric. And you
mhm,
learn about how art can be used in all on all these things. And that's just kind of really interesting information from an interest standpoint. But like I was saying earlier, we start out with different elements. Like 1 week we're doing lettering, 1 week we're doing florals. And so all that work adds to your portfolio in a way that's designed specifically so that art directors and other people looking at your portfolio are seeing this breadth of work. So it's a really, I wish everybody in the world would take that course. It would
I
help you
know.
get work. I can
Oh,
tell if you've taken it or not when I look at your portfolio.
great.
It's so mindful, and we wrote it in 2015, and it applies just as much today as it did.
100%.
Thank you. Thank you. Perfect.
Yes. Oh, good. Well, it's wonderful chatting with you.
Thank you.
Lisa, tag me when you submit work so I
I
make
will
sure
do.
to go look.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Um, oh well. So Shop Terrain is also a good one for you to all look at
Hmm.
for cool stuff. Okay, well, thank you, Lisa. It was wonderful seeing you. And you just want to make more complex pieces that have a lot in them and that are appropriate for the markets. Okay, let's pop up one other person because I'm feeling like giving stuff away. Okay. Um, so oh, people are adding too. Jenny Eden. How about Jenny Eden? Uh,
Okay, just switching her over, Lilla.
okay. Brenda Harris says, it's funny how it changes you too. At the store today, staring at packaging and art on packaging, my husband was like, are you buying that? She writes. Right. Yeah. Um,
Um, oh, hey.
hi, Jenny.
Hello.
Hiya, how are
Hi,
you
how are
guys?
you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good to see
I'm really
you.
happy.
Oh, good. Should we look at your website?
Yes, I've made a website.
Oh,
Sorry, I got
good.
For you.
enthusiastic.
And what is it called?
Um, Jenny had an illustration. I've been fiddling around with it for ages. Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I got your Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
An illustration.
.co.uk.
Okay. Okay. Let me start over. Jen,
Sorry.
is it
I
Jenny?
popped it in the
Yes.
chat, Lily. You can just click on it.
Oh, God, you're good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's with two D's. Everybody they misses a D, or I don't
Uh,
know. It's just
okay, let me share. Whoa, almost pressed leave webinar share. And we're going here. We're going here. This is gorgeous.
Oh,
This is gorgeous. This
oh
is
my
really
God.
strong. Yeah, this is really good. So we right away we know she wants children's book illustrations,
yes.
Well,
which is
yeah, that amongst other things, everything. I love everything.
yes, and you were in the look, she was in the lettering class, she was
Oh,
in the
I
kid
love
book
lettering.
class. Yes. Oh yeah,
I'm doing it
lettering.
now. I'm doing it
Which
now whilst I'm here.
Nice.
that's great. So I would go like to children's book illustration. That's great. She's put it all together. Yep, that's from class. Good.
I've given myself such a headache, Lilla, honestly, trying to put it together and make it look cohesive.
Oh, it's great though. I do think this is your maybe your strongest piece, so I'm glad it's on your homepage.
Yeah,
I
I
love
felt that I
this, the
should.
specificity of this building. You know, she's not just a house out of her imagination. Well, maybe it is, but she's like drawing the kinds of chimney and the stones on the top, and there's a lot of detail there that makes it interesting. That's one of the things we talk about a lot is getting reference, photo reference or imagery that you can draw from that makes it interesting. Getting a kid in the pose so you have it fairly anatomically correct and not just she's got poppies and daisies
that
and
I
weeping
love
willow
flowers.
is so
foxglove.
beautiful.
Yeah. So
Actually, do you know what? I went walking my dog to a little village
mhm,
not that far from me, and
mhm,
it had lots of listed buildings, lots of timber framed
mhm.
buildings. I took loads of pictures and
Very
then
smart.
came home and
Yeah.
started doing lots of different things and making sure I had notes of them. And I don't know, my photo roll's full of like flowers
Okay.
and
Okay, so
houses
let
and
me ask you a question. Are you
sorry.
signed up for anything yet?
No, I haven't. No, no, not yet.
And what is it that you want to sign up for?
Um, You see, I do. I think I've got a lack of confidence. Whether I suppose
Mhm,
there's so many talented people on the picture book course. I think to myself, God, is it really good enough what I'm doing? Because I
mhm.
remember starting to do it and thinking, oh my God, I've not done this before. Am I out of my depth? So I've done it actually three times just to make sure I'm not out of my depth. But
Okay.
I don't know whether it's I
I
just,
think, okay,
when
Jenny, let me tell you what I think. I think you're
go on
really
then.
close. I think you're really close. You're almost there.
Oh,
I do
oh,
think you
thank you for
need one
telling
more
me.
round. Okay.
You think?
Yes, I think you're really close. You need one more round. I want you to look at lots of picture books to
Oh,
just
yeah.
inform yourself even more. Keep looking
Mm,
for style. I think you've got a lot of good stuff. I love this building. I love the interaction of these two. I would like you to work on your painting technique for the background. I think that's a
hmm.
little tweak you can make to make the work even stronger
Yes.
by getting reference and drawing that. You have good anatomy on the bear. So I think you should do illustrating children's books again. And that's just not
Oh,
some people have done it three, four times. So I would like to gift you with that because you're so
oh my
close.
God, Lily,
Oh,
thank you.
You're
yay,
welcome.
Jenny.
You're
Oh, you're so
welcome.
fabulous.
That's
And you know
wonderful.
what, Tamisha, can I
Um,
just say, I look at your work and I'm just like, oh my God. If
Yeah.
only, I think to myself, if only I could do it that well.
oh, that's so sweet.
I
Like
really do,
whenever
honestly.
I was in children's book illustrating and I saw everybody else's work and I felt like, oh, am I ready for this? And I still feel that way. So I think sometimes it's always a little bit in the back of your head.
Mhm.
But like
Yeah.
I do look back at older images so I can see my growth. And I'm sure if you looked
Mm,
at ones that you've taken down to your website or like scrolling your Instagram to the oldest things that you posted, you can see your growth. You're like, oh, I've really gone
Totally.
somewhere. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I really am discovering my style. And I think it's just doing it
Mm-hmm.
over and over again. I look
Oh,
at my first picture book that I created and I'm just like, oh God, I hate this and I hate that, I hate this. But like, that's just like you want to be an artist that constantly grows. You want to be an artist
Yeah.
that, and
mm-hmm.
that's what you're doing. And that's why it's great that you're
Absolutely.
taking
That's what
this
you
class
want.
again. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's okay to have pieces that suck. I
yeah,
do pieces that suck now too, and it's like, does
yeah,
every piece have to be incredible? No, it's okay.
exactly.
Don't
No,
get
sometimes
weirded
you just
out
sit there
by
and go,
it.
what's wrong with me today? And I go, what
No,
is
no,
Oh, I
wrong
don't
with
know.
me?
spiral. No,
Yeah,
don't
we all have
spiral.
those
No,
days.
and only do work when you have your best energy. That's really gonna
Yeah,
help. Like that big painting I did when I was in a great mood. I was happy. I worked out for, I
it
had my
shines through, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
and your
Jenny,
characters are so cute. I want to say, Jenny, your characters are
uh,
really cute. I
Oh,
think that
Tamisha,
they
that's
have
wonderful
good
you saying that.
expression.
hmm
Yeah,
So Jenny,
especially your animals.
write to hello@makeartthatsells.com. That's Louise, and tell her that you got gifted with illustrating children's books. I will see you in April. And in the meantime, I want you to do you have any other downloadable courses that you have sitting around
I
that you
do. I have the drawing faces that I need to
okay.
get on.
Okay,
I have
so
that.
work on that so you have that by the time you'll have finished that by the time you start the class in April.
Yes,
For sure. I mean, it won't
yes.
take you long.
That's like for my
I love
birthday. That's
drawing
like my
Thank
faces.
birthday
you,
month. My
Jenny.
my present to myself then.
Oh,
Doing
that's great. That's
that.
great. Yay, that's
Yay!
wonderful.
I'm so
And
Yay!
happy.
Jenny and who did we just see? I forget her name.
Lisa.
Lisa, if you want to make it into a bundle or add on anything, you can do that too. You just
Okay.
tell Louise. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. It was so good to
Oh,
see
thank
you.
you.
I
Thanks
will
so
look for
much,
you.
ladies.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jenny.
you're
It's so
so
nice meeting
close.
you, Jenny.
Oh,
You're
that's so
so
good.
Keep going. Yes.
totally,
I think the
totally.
hardest part is the comparison and am I ready and I
Yeah.
don't feel ready. And one of the biggest tools you can give yourself is just a nudge, a big nudge to start, to send things out, to just say yes, to make that website live. If I'm looking
Yeah.
at your Instagram, I want to look at your website. Those are the things that it takes
Hmm.
bravery, and that's why communities like this, and when you take this class you get the community too, which is potentially even the most valuable thing, as well as so much knowledge on how to use it, and you can support each other along the way. It's a
Yeah.
must.
I'm
I'm
going to
glad,
show
Jenny,
some.
that you don't feel ready, but you put your website up anyway. That's so important. Like I put my website up before I think I could get any work, so I can constantly update it. You want to constantly like change things out. Don't wait till like, oh, I have the perfect portfolio. These are the perfect pieces. Put up what you have now, and then when you create new pieces, remove the old ones and put up the new ones. You want it to be constantly evolving, constantly growing, constantly changing. So you're
This
doing
is
the right
Margot's
thing.
eight. Thank you, Tamisha. That's so true. This is Margot's agency, and you see the work is just so distinctive. There's Faye Ford,
Yep.
who I showed you her
Oh, that
book.
frog.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So
So
pretty.
much good stuff. So basically, you see that the styles are very distinctive. Um, oh, here's gift and home decor. Here's children's illustration. Let's look at that. Children's illustration, the reason why I'm teaching Picture Book Live is because there's so much work for it. They're constantly
Oh,
assigning, and they also, this is Kendra Binney, I showed you her journal. See how much she gives in a piece? There's so much there.
Amazing.
Yeah. And they're also, and this is a great style for picture books too. No, wait, maybe not. Let's get a better example. The picture looks good. Um, And also writing your own picture book is great. Kita, I represented. Love this piece. This was made into an embroidery.
Oh,
So
cool.
good.
She has amazing people, amazing color.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we did this book with her.
Yep.
Cool. Whoops. So, and this book, um, great site, great site. Oh my God, look at this. I love this.
That is
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah.
Oh. So you
Love
see
it.
that there's a lot in each piece. The style is distinctive. And how do you get there? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to stop the share because I need to look at your face. Listen to me, people. You can get there, okay? No one starts that good. No one starts out of the gate that good. When you see some work that's really great like that, it's because they've put in the hours and they stay with it. That's why the courses are great. They keep you on task, they keep you motivated, they give you structure, and they teach you. And that's how you get better at anything. I've said this earlier in this Zoom. That's what I want to tell you. So, how are we all doing? I think it's time to wrap up. We gave away some courses.
Yeah, this has
All
been
is good.
lovely. I feel uplifted by this and excited.
Absolutely.
I
Good.
really do. Yeah, I love talking to everybody and seeing the chat, and I know it's just good energy to be with. Like you said, community is important, and I love talking about art with people who love art, and I don't know, it makes me feel sparkly and excited. So I don't
So
know.
great. So I
I
want,
agree. Somebody just said it's obvious we really do care about the artists, and
mhm,
Um,
that's number one. Y'all
mhm,
are the first order of business. We care,
mhm.
all of
We
us.
totally
We're
do.
all in this together.
yes.
That's true. And you know what? When you see an artist's work who you think is so amazing and you feel like yours isn't as good, and you might feel an icky feeling of like envy or something, let that envy show you what you it is you want. I want to be that good. I want to have an agent like that. I want this, I want that. Let that motivate you. That's a good sign that you want that. Secondly, the more great work out there, if publishers and manufacturers are assigning all this gorgeous stuff, then that means there's a great market. You don't want where the picture book market or the home decor market, nothing really is good happening. It's not great. That's bad. You want a lot of artists to be successful in illustration in different markets because that means there's a lot of energy in that area and the clients, the companies, the agents want more great work. Does that make sense?
It does.
So
I
agents
want
and
to piggyback on that and say, like,
yeah.
also because I get that, I see someone's great illustration picture book, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm in tears. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And
Mhm,
like, you pick out why you like these things. Is it the color that you like about it? Is it the textures that you like about it?
mhm.
And maybe that's what you're lacking in your work. I'm like, okay, I'm going to work on adding more textures to my work, or I'm going to play around with color more. So it's a thing that you can uplift yourself about, and like put into action. Because I feel like sometimes we look at things and we want to be that person and we just sit in that lower feeling instead of like, okay, I've looked at this, I like this about it, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take action and move towards something.
Mhm.
So I was just
Absolutely.
yeah, I went to the library this morning and I was sitting in the children's section just
Mhm.
picking up books and reading them, amongst all the little 4-year-olds. So, yeah, like I study picture books all the time, so I can look at other people's work and see what inspires me, what makes me just feel magical when I'm looking through their illustrations. So,
That's the right attitude.
yeah.
That's the attitude to have. Be open to learning and don't use it as an opportunity to put yourself down. It's understandable. We live in a very competitive capitalist culture where it's like this, but think of it as like gorgeous art getting out there for people. Okay? Good vibes. Good vibes. Well, this is great. So, The sale ends in a few days. Make sure you sign up and get what you want. Please invest in yourself. I know it sounds self-serving because I'm selling courses, but I want you to invest in yourself. If you go out to dinner, how many times going out to dinner is the cost of a course? And you know what? You take the courses, make a lot of money as an illustrator, and then you can go out to eat even more.
Right. I was
If
gonna
you
say
like my math, if you like how I think. But do invest in yourself, okay? You're worth it. If you're
you're the best at this.
here, it means you probably really love art.
Yeah.
So thank you,
Really. It's
everybody.
worth it, every single one. And you know what? They're long lasting for a reason. People come
Mm.
back and back and back. And if you haven't taken any, it and you
Mm.
decide to, you're about to have the most fun and surprise yourself like you can't even imagine.
And if
Pretty
you
great.
don't know what to do, take Portfolio Club,
Mm.
starts in January. And if you can, take My Year Live. That's the 4 live courses. It's what did I say? Portfolio. Did I say My Year Live? So it's
Mhm.
almost a year of you being committed to the great live courses with tons of energy. Then, if you still want, you can take a downloadable course to fill out whatever you need, like if it's color or drawing faces, or you want to go deeper into home decor and so forth. Okay, so that's my basic structure for you. And on
I'd
that
like to
note,
put in for
oh,
drawing faces really, because we don't talk about that course enough.
okay.
And that was my eye-opening course to
Oh,
like understanding why I was
So
not
good.
getting work at all. I was making really weird children that did not look like children. They were not cute. And like your breakdown, well, it was, Lilla.
that's
You know,
so
Your
as
great.
an art
breakdown,
director, I have such a thing about eyes. I'm gonna look at your eyes first. Drawing faces is
Uh,
such a good. I'm so
it's
glad you called that out.
important,
oh,
The
right?
kids book course does that too.
Yeah, it
oh, that's
does.
great.
Like Lilla
Yeah.
goes in depth with drawing faces. I was
Mhm.
like, take that one. I still look at
Yeah.
that one from time to time to be like, yeah, making sure those connection hit. It looks like children, they're not creepy and they're lovable characters that, children
Exactly.
and adults will come to. So,
And I make it really easy. You don't have to draw realistically to to
mhm.
be a children's book illustrator, but you have
Oh
to do a
no.
few things right, so the face isn't weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. I guess Becky, did I forget to say anything? Am I supposed to Oh, Miralee Patel. Miralee Patel, that's my last Zoom for the cyber sale.
Oh
She
yeah,
just came out with this. She's such an inspiration. She's done, like, I think sold over 1 million books.
Wow.
Um,
amazing.
Awesome.
yeah, and they are um so beautifully
Oh, great.
illustrated. And if you like this, my course that teaches this is called my Arty Book Pitch. And we'll teach you that. That's downloadable. And I'm talking to her next a week from this something. a week, for a week from this Friday, because I'm going to Atlanta on Sunday
Oh,
for 5 days. So DM me if you live in Atlanta. I don't know if I'll have time to see anybody, but that's it. And I think I'm going to get the guts up to do Instagram lives where I can chat. I have all these philosophies and theories and pep talks, and I really want an outlet for that. So I think
mm.
I'm going to be doing that on Instagram on Lilla Rogers.
Remember the old Vine days, Lilla?
Oh my
And all
God. And
those live.
Periscope. Do you remember Periscope? And
Yes,
oh,
I
we've
don't
been
know
through it
Periscope.
all. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Was I on Vine? I don't remember.
you were on Vine and Periscope. I remember following you through the garden for a live chat. It was really fun.
God. Well,
Ooh.
thank you, everybody. So look for that. I'll be getting to that at some point. All right. I'll either do it on Lilla Rogers Instagram or Make Art That Sells Instagram or both, whatever. Okay, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday and believe in
Yes.
yourself. Thank
Yep.
you.
Anytime. Thanks,
Bye. This
everybody.
has
Thanks,
been so much
everybody.
So nice to
fun.
meet you.
Thank you, you too. Come over here
Bye.
and visit me.